Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I am Sovereign and today we have the AMA for my birthday. I'm 32 years of age. How bloody depressing. Not many years left of my life. I'm probably going to be hit by, I'm probably just going to die by the time I'm 60 anyway. So I'm like halfway there. And for this AMA, we do have Nina with us. Say hello, Nina.
Hello.
Hello. So we're going to have a lot of questions from the viewer base today. There was questions sent to us on YouTube, on our Discord, and in DMs. We didn't get as many questions as we would have hoped to have gotten. You guys just must not love us. But remember to like the video if you haven't already, if you do enjoy my content, wink wink. What do you reckon, Nina? Should we have more questions?
I was expecting a bit more questions. Maybe that's just my ego talking. But
Ego.
Yeah, I would have thought that people would be curious to ask questions for both of us. But oh well, we'll just have to do another one at 70k subs.
Yeah, I'll have 70k subs. I'm never getting there. I'm just a little YouTuber. I'm gonna stay down here. I never know, but I didn't think I'd ever even get to 7k subs, to be honest. I never thought I'd get this far.
So there you go, you already did one step. What's to stop you doing another?
Well, from 7 to 70k is a big old jump, especially with a stagnating game. No, I'm just kidding. Eve Echoes ain't dying, guys. Remember to sub. Right, so we're just gonna go basically, there are some times where there'll be two questions, one after the other, which will be one for me, one for Nina, but there are some questions in there where there's two for me and two for Nina. It was just a disparity in the amount of questions that we had, and I'm too lazy to go through it again. But we're gonna try and go through these as quickly as possible so it's not a 45-minute video like me and Nina usually do, and it doesn't take me 13 hours to edit it out.
Yeah, sorry about that. I won't waffle like usual.
No waffling allowed. What do you mean you waffle? I literally cannot stop talking.
Yeah, but once I start, you know.
Yeah, well, I guess that's why I'm on YouTube. So this is going to be sort of a podcasty type video. There's not going to be much visuals in the background. Maybe I'll put some sort of, I don't know, Sweet Poison run in the background or something. But you can just put your headphones in, sit back, relax, and listen to the video. So for the first question, it is for me, obviously. This is my channel. This is Sovereign RPG. Remember to like and sub. The first question is, how are you liking the new alliance? And I guess that could be for both of us because we're both part of this alliance. We just, the Wolfpack just recently, a couple of weeks ago, joined No Please Stop. And they are a very active PvP alliance and the boys are having an absolute blast of them. They are a very well-run alliance. They have a lot of good leadership. Tahini is an absolute beast and FC and there's not much else that we wanted out of an alliance. We had several alliances. We tried doing our own, didn't work out. I didn't have enough time to run the leadership stuff, and we joined another alliance that turned out to have a massive blue donut. Nothing wrong with them. Nothing bad to say about them. We really enjoyed playing with Care Bears with Guns. They're a good group of guys. It's just they were locked in with Silent Alliance, and those guys are literally blue with the entire planet. So it was just not fun for us when we were doing our gate camps. Having to pull down bubbles because an army of blues were coming through every day was shit. So we had to move on from there. But then we decided to go to No Please Stop, and it is probably the best choice that we've made in a long time. How are you finding it now?
Well, I haven't been too active participating in fleets due to various reasons, but yeah, pretty much from all I've seen, they're well run. Our guys are absolutely loving it in there, making money and all that good stuff. So yeah, it seems to be a much better fit. And like you said, not to slate on the other people that we've been with, they've all been perfectly reasonable people, but it was just circumstances within the game that limited our choices of what we could do.
And we just love to be able to kill everyone. It's great being neutral to everyone, and I can't recommend that the alliance enough when it comes to actual PvP. The contracts that we get fulfilled, we just did one recently, 250 billion in kills in 8 days, and it was an absolute blast. Granted, there was some call outs given from the alliance we were fighting to not go out in ratting and not mine and not do this and not do that. So we could have got way more kills than we actually did, but it was a lot of fun anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you have something like that going on, you don't really want to be caught with your pants down either, because it just looks bad.
Well, we still caught 70 plus battleships with their pants down, so. Right, so the next question will be for Nina. How much does it cost to hire you as an accountant?
Well, that depends on what accountancy work you want me to do, really. But you can always DM me and we can discuss it.
Oh, snap. I mean, are we talking payments in ISK? Are we talking payments in money? Or are we doing what? Is that RMT if you sell your accounting skills in Eve Echoes?
I was just about to say, it kind of sounds like RMT, but
Yeah, we don't want to get Nina banned. That would be fucking shit.
wouldn't be a good look, no.
Probably not. So the next question we got is for moi, and we was asked in the Discord, how's life? Life is going okay. I'm just a bit shitty being locked down all the time. Spain is actually coming out of the lockdown on Monday for the first time in a year, so we might actually be able to go out and get slaughtered and have some fun, have a couple of drinks, and then get stupid, and then no one wears a mask again, and the rate of COVID cases goes up again, and we get put in lockdown again because that's how it works. But yeah, no, it's not too bad. The kids are doing good. The kids are in school. My son's going to big boy school this year, so that's nice for him. He'll be going there for 4 days, so that'll be some stress off of mine and his mother's back while he pisses off the teachers rather than us. No, I'm just kidding. He's a great kid. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's a great kid. I love him to pieces. He can just be mental sometimes, just like his dad. That's probably why I'm single now.
No comment.
That says everything. Right, so Nina, next question for you. I rarely see you in your own office. #wrench. Nina's office. Why?
I'm in there fairly often, I like to think.
I see you in there all the damn time. Now, if you don't know what Nina's office is in my Discord, basically people come in with fits that are absolutely astonishingly bad and pisses Nina off.
Yeah, basically it's just a room where people post shit fits to try and tilt me.
It worked.
I think yesterday we had a fucking, APOC with 4 medium strikes and 4 medium autocannons.
You know what? You saying that just made my hair stand on end. Like, remembering that. And then remembering the guy just like, I know when he posted that and added you, he was giggling to himself.
100%.
It was absolutely like, there's some absolutely mad fits out there. I mean, some of these guys must have been watching Benzi's videos, right? Danger. No, I'm just kidding. We do love Benzi. Benzi's a good content creator. He does a lot of good for the newer player base, etc. I just like winding him up. So if you are watching this, Benzi, don't worry, I was just taking the piss.
Yeah, I have to agree there. I do like to meme and joke around a bit too much most of the time. If you've ever been in the Discord, people having a serious conversation and then I just appear, post a meme gif and then disappear for another 2 hours, that kind of stuff.
Well, you've got a lot of stuff to do, moderating and a lot of the listening to me bitch and moan in DMs. That takes up quite a lot of your time.
This is true, yes.
But you love it, so what can we do? We moan to each other. Okay, next question for moi. How many hours a day does YouTube take from you? Too much. Some days it's okay. Like when I'm pissed off about something and I'm having a rant video and I'm just sort of angry with something, a decision in the game, I can do that in less than an hour. I can complain in a video, speak my mind, speak off the top of my head, and it's all okay. There's not that much in between, so I don't have to edit that much because it's just me ranting for the whole 10-minute video. But if I'm doing a fitting video, that can take hours. That can take weeks to do because I do all the testing involved to make sure that the fit works in the stuff that I want it to work in before I actually post it. Like I couldn't do a fitting video every day. Like, that would be impossible for me to do. I have to make sure that everything's right, everything's correct. And then I send the whole fit to Nina just in case Nina's giga brain shows me something that I didn't know in the first place or something along those lines. And then Nina's like, right, you should try this to see if that will work out a little bit better. And then I try that and I'm like, shit, fucking hell, why didn't I think of that? And then it goes on from there. We bounce off each other pretty well when we're sort of testing stuff out. There's some things that we don't think about half the time. And then like we're like, oh, that is actually perfect. That was exactly what I was missing.
Yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes, though. It's always advantageous to have 2 different minds working on the same thing.
True enough, if only the world thought that way.
Yeah, well, that's people for you.
Bloody humans. Right, so the next question is for Nina. Why has Sov not changed his name to either Daddy Sov or Sowoverin RPG yet? Sowoverin.
That was actually a pretty good way to pronounce that.
I don't know how to... Is it... Because it's normally like... Oh, no, or oh, I don't know. I'm a weeb, but I'm not that weeb. Like, that's next level. Isn't it furry though?
I believe it originated from that culture.
I don't know. I just know that it pisses off Casca. So Casca, if you're watching this, ooh, motherfucker. he's gonna bitch me out now for that. He's gonna bitch me out.
That one dislike on your video is gonna be him. Just silently raging.
It's always him silently raging. He's the one dislike on every video. Like, I bet it's him. Just because I ooh-wooed him once in a Patreon channel.
You have chosen death.
Poor guy. So the next question is more in line with Eve Echoes in general, and it's to both of us on a scale of 1 to 5, how hopeful you are about a future of EE. Do you want to go first, or shall I go first to dig myself a grave?
I could go first, and then you can agree with me, so the hole you dig isn't as deep.
Go for it.
Although I will say it depends on the viewpoint you want me to think about. Because if I'm thinking about it from a player point of view, then I think my answer will be slightly different to my moderator or point of view, I guess.
Well, you can't put your moderator point of view because that's always skewed by the arseholes in the Discord. You can't answer that question because you might get fired.
I could answer it fine.
So we'll do it from a player's perspective, because that's our perspective mainly. Even though I used to be a moderator, you are a moderator, I do YouTube videos and it pays the bills. We're going to do it from a player's perspective.
Okay, fair enough. On a scale of 1 to 5, how hopeful I am about the future of EE. From a player's point of view, I would probably say a 3, 3.5. There are a lot of things that I dislike about Echoes, but the stuff on the roadmap and the stuff that they're developing at the moment seems like it'll go a long way to resolving at least most of those issues. I'm not going to talk about insurance because it's just so messy and I hate it, really. I hate talking about it.
Yeah, well, it's going to be changing at the end of the month, so we'll have to see how that goes there. Then we can comment on the insurance again. I think we've beat that dead horse long enough now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will actually have to agree with you in a 3.5. Yes, if you asked me 2 days ago, it would have been a 2, but I've calmed down since then, and it's mainly because, I would have said a 2 because of the communication that we're getting from certain parties within NetEase, and it's just aggravating the shit out of me that we're not getting more out of it. Especially being being an official content creator and getting zero information ever, and getting political answers every time you ask a question, unless I go directly to the head developer. Like if I go directly to Exile, I'll get all my questions answered, but if I go through the channels that we're supposed to go through, I get nothing, which is aggravating as feck. But I do agree with 3.5. There's a lot on the roadmap that could make the game much better from certain players' point of views. Not from my point of view, because in my point of view, none of the stuff that is coming actually affects me all that much, except for the C-type modules, the updates that are going to be done on the dead spaces, on the C-type modules being able to be created into B-type modules, etc. That will affect my PvP. But the main things that will be changed will help a lot of other aspects of EE, which will keep a lot of people in the game, which will allow me to PvP more, which helps me at the end.
Yeah. That's kind of the viewpoint that I was thinking of as well. I'm an idiot, and I will always be cautiously optimistic about games until they really have proven me wrong. Otherwise, while EE hasn't done some things well, it has done other things extremely well. So I still remain that level of optimism. Yeah.
Optimism.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually going to be doing a video next week on the actual things that the devs have done right and the things that the devs have done wrong and what they could do to make the game better. So make sure to look out for that one. That should be either Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to try and drag Nina in on it. But if Nina isn't available or doesn't want to do it, he has to do it. We'll actually get that out there. We got a lot of stuff we can talk about. There's a lot of ideas that we've been throwing around since alpha. Those ideas have been thrown around to make the game better. So there's a lot of stuff that we could talk about during that video, but that'll be a massively long podcasty type video. So if you're not into that, press it anyway, like it, and then if you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it.
Just put it on in the background, mute it. Easy.
Ad revenue. Right. So moving on to the next one. This one's for me. How long do you think it will take to get our beloved wormholes? This is not even on the roadmap anymore, so I have no idea. I was told June, but I don't see it happening. There's too much on there, and it's probably not going to come anytime soon. And if it does, it'll be a massive surprise, and then I'll be full whack back into Echoes unless they ruin it. I won't even go into that. That'll be that's another thing for another video, man, because there's so many ways they could ruin wormholes for me.
Yeah, devs announce wormholes. Suddenly Saul's previous answer goes from a 3 to a 5.
True, but then they release wormholes with no rotating wormholes and local chat, and then it goes from a 3 to a 1. Just depends how it goes. So the next question is up for Nina. Why don't the devs listen to you?
This is a little bit complicated because there's a slight difference. The devs and the feedback that we give, they receive it and they do listen to it. However, sometimes it is very tricky to get feedback back from them. And sometimes I rant a little bit or meme about it a lot, actually. But there's been several things in the past that they have listened to us and the moderators in general giving feedback and implementing it. So the devs do listen, but not to absolutely everything, which I think is just healthy. But sometimes it can get really frustrating at the same time.
Yeah, well, that's just normal. This is the same as me getting frustrated about not having to. I mean, imagine me having to actually work for my information. I mean, how annoying is that? I actually have to chase the leads down, do all the information myself when he could literally just answer my question in the first place. He knows if I can find the answer, they know the answer. So saying we don't have enough information yet really just goes more to me being pissed off. So like, I don't know, there are devs that do listen. Like back when I was a moderator, me and you, we had that conversation where we didn't like a certain aspect of the game. Now, I won't go into the actual details just in case it breaks an NDA, but we actually completely agreed. We went at this one developer and we said, look, this is not a good idea. Do not do it. And they actually, in that conversation right there and then, scrapped that idea. So they do listen sometimes.
I've complained a lot to them, so...
Well, there's sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just really needs a kick up the arse, and sometimes they're just so stuck in what they want to do that they have put too much time in it, again, as I've said previously, and then they just don't really listen.
Audit.
Yeah. Audits. Get out of here. Right. So the next question goes into sort of the same thing. It says, how is it you get more information on everything than any other content creator? Now, there's a lot of information that content creators do get, and they do get a lot of information themselves. And there are content creators that do a lot of work to get what they do and do a lot of work to get what they make. Like, I'm not going to say that I have more information than everyone else. I just have more avenues to be able to ask the questions than a lot of others. A lot of others won't go directly to the devs because they'll go straight through the normal channels, etc. Whereas I kind of skip around the normal channels and go straight for the jugular, which is not good. I shouldn't be doing that because they are very busy people, but they are very helpful to me. And I do urge other content creators to get to know the developers because they are really good guys. The next question is like, why are you not a developer, Nina? You have good, like the whole thing. I mean, I wrote down that why you're not a developer already, but the whole thing was that you have great ideas. You're always coming up with things that can help the game. Why are you not a developer already?
Well, I can't code and I can't move to China. So
well, one of those could be fixed.
I mean, technically, both of them could be fixed, but yeah, I see a lot of people as well kind of memeing around like, oh, Nina, why aren't you a dev? Or this, that, or the other. And it's just like, well, simply saying, I haven't learned to code. And if you're going to work for NetEase, they want you to be in their office in China. And I can't do both of those things. So it's just that simple, really.
Fair enough. I mean, you can't really go much more than that. It's kind of a meme question, but it is true that you do have great ideas. And there probably are positions where like the theory crafting of mechanics and stuff is useful.
Yeah, probably. And I mean, if my situation was different and they gave me a job, I would probably just fly over there and do it. Like,
hint, hint, NetEase, if you're listening, you got an employee here.
Well, I think we discussed this in the previous video, but ages and ages ago, like way back in Alpha, they kind of offered me a job to go over there and work for them, but obviously I couldn't at the time. I asked them, like, oh, if there was a situation where you could allow me to work for you but work from home still, then I would just take it without any questions asked, really. But that never really took off.
Well, I can see why. There's going to be some like legal restrictions for being paid from China to whatever country we're in and stuff like that, so that'll be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, it would probably be too much red tape and paperwork.
Too much red tape. Red tape. So the next question for me is, how is life out in Spain? I don't like it, personally. I'm here for my kids. I stay here for my kids. If I didn't have kids, I would be off in Southeast Asia somewhere, living in the middle of the jungle in a log cabin, just living my life, doing my thing, fishing, hunting, gathering. That would be my dream life, but it couldn't happen. It didn't happen, and my kids are the best things that ever happened to me. I don't regret it at all, but it is horrible having to stay in a country where you don't like being. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one after that depressing bit. So we'll put these next two questions in as one. Nina, are you a robot? And the second question is, So, you're a dude. What's that like?
Good question. Again, memes aside, people seem to think I'm a robot or something. And no, I'm just me. Unfortunately, I'm just a human like everyone else.
Lies.
Was that what I want you to believe?
Yeah, you could be the next Skynet.
Botnet taking over everyone. That would be horrible.
Nina is RMT. No, actually, I don't want to say that just in case you get investigated or some shit.
And as for the other one, being a dude is okay. It has its perks.
We can piss standing up.
that
Well,
is
so
true.
can women, but it's a lot less messy for a dude, I guess.
Yeah. But as for the reason why this question was asked, I could probably guess. Yeah, a lot of people in the Eve Echoes community thought I was actually female. I think this stems from in between alpha and beta. Someone asked me what my gender was, and at the time I was just tired and I didn't want to deal with it, so I said it doesn't matter because to me it doesn't really matter. And then everyone just assumed from that I was female. The profile picture and name probably didn't help, but I didn't really hide it either. And then everyone started seeing me in the other beta as like some really epic player just because I built a phantasm first and broke it. And then I just got really awkward and anxious about the entire thing, so I just kind of let people believe what they wanted to believe.
That's fair enough. I mean, it happens. You didn't need to say anything. Like, it isn't that big of a deal, to be honest. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't really matter because, yeah, I don't really.
Don't really care.
Well, no, I just don't think that someone's gender should define what people should think of them within a game. I mean, we all play a game, we're all equal in that regard, so why does it matter if you're a girl or guy or whatever the fuck you want to be?
True. Although, in the past, I have known some of my friends to pretend to be girls to get free stuff in MMOs. Mm-hmm.
I should also clarify that in regards to the moderator position, everyone at NetEase, etc., knew everything to do with me in that regard. So I wasn't misleading them to try and get a position like being a moderator, etc.
Because titties get you everywhere. Right, so moving on to the next question. It was really sad to hear you are thinking of leaving EE. What would the devs need to do to keep you? That would be something like, it's not what the devs need to do. It's partly my fault as well. Not being interested in what the devs are offering currently is like something that I can't really change. I just lost a little bit of interest. I'm not leaving for now. I'm going to see how it goes over the next couple of months and see what happens, because there are some games that I'd like to definitely put some time into coming out soon, which is another question we have later I'll go through. But yeah, no, they just need to, I feel that they need to listen to the players more. I feel that they need to sort of take more, obviously not everything, because some of the suggestions that the players are giving are absolutely mental. But, I mean, you can't really do everything that the players want because it might not fit within the game. We don't know what's in the back end and all this kind of other stuff. But there's certain things that we know can be changed and the players want to be changed and they're not changing it. That would help go a long way to me staying in the game. And the next question is basically the same. So someone asked, do you mirror Soft's thoughts on EE? Do you think it's stagnating?
See, that's an interesting question because I don't think it's stagnating. I think what we're seeing is just a natural level off of the player base. Because with every game, you'll get a spike of players with new content, and then it will slowly drop back off to the normal. And when Sov and all the Citadels and stuff came out, there was a spike in players, and now after all this time, the player base has leveled off. But it's just like the active player base, I guess.
That's true. I do feel like we've hit that sort of plateau now, though, where the people that are going to stay are staying, and we're not going to see many big leaps in player base until there's some big updates where people try out again.
Yeah, I mean, like being a moderator as well, I get a lot of questions from newer players. So I know that new people are joining, and I hear stories all the time of new people joining. So I don't think it's stagnating just yet, but I feel like there would probably be a time in the future where it will definitely be stagnating, and especially apparent between big content releases.
True enough. Now, the next question is my favorite. Angry Nina video when?
Angry Nina video when? Well, I'm not going to say it won't happen, but it might just not be very likely.
I mean, you can get angry.
I can get angry, but it's, how do I even describe this? See, I have moments where I get really angry and then it's over. So the video would probably be like 30 seconds of me in an angry rant and then just calm for the rest of it.
Well, I mean, those 30 seconds I might be able to make a video out of.
Just edit my 30 seconds into like 8 minutes of video. Easy.
That's pretty much what YouTubers do in general, right?
True.
A lot of the news outlets just play the same thing over and over again and just say the same thing over and over again to make sure that it gets to the right time.
I'm not very good at clickbaiting myself.
I wasn't either, but it grew on me.
Maybe you'll have to teach me then one day.
Just put anime characters in your thumbnails, it works wonders.
Perfect.
And we're both super weebs, so that does help. Right, moving on to the next question. Well, this is going to be for both of us. What games are you looking forward to this year? Looking forward to Outriders. I'm looking forward to New World from the Amazon games, which has been held back again till August. I'm 150,000% looking forward to Mass Effect Legendary Edition coming out next month. I'm going to be playing the living crap out of that. Outriders comes out on the 1st of April. Well, they say the 1st of April. Isn't the 1st of April's, whatchamacallit, innit?
April's Fool's Day. Yeah.
April Fool's Day. They might have said, those bastards, if it doesn't come out on April 1st, I'm literally going to karate chop a developer. Like, I just realized that.
It is a bit sus, isn't it?
It is a bit sus, but they can't do an April Fool's joke before the April Fool's joke, right? Before the April Fool's Day. Can ya?
I mean, it only has to happen on that day, doesn't it?
Oh, God, if they do that, I'm going to be super upset. But yeah, no, I'm just looking forward to Outriders, looking forward to Mass Effect Legendary Edition, looking forward to New World. There are some other games I'm looking forward to, but we don't know if they're going to be coming out this year. You've got Ashes Creation, you've got Camelot Unchained, Diablo 4, the remake of Diablo 2 is also quite interesting. There's several games I'm looking forward to, but like there's going to be a long-ass list of games. There's a whole year of gaming to be coming, so what do you reckon, Nina? What are you looking forward to this year? What games?
That's interesting because I haven't really looked at future games coming out in great detail. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition interests me because I played it a little bit way back when it was first released. I used to do a co-op with a friend when I was over his for sleepovers and stuff years ago.
It is it's my favorite games, my favorite game series of all time. Even the ending for 3, I didn't care about because I loved Mass Effect. I loved the universe.
Oh god, that drama.
It wasn't even that much drama. One dude on YouTube who had a couple of 100 million subscribers turned around and said, "Oh, this is shit." So everyone just went, meh.
Our Lord and Savior said it was shit, so it must be shit.
It was just literally like, and it was just a cascade of people just copy pasting someone's opinion like that. The ending of Mass Effect 3 and the backlash that was given is the most extreme example of sheep behavior, like the sheep mentality, the flock mentality. That was insane.
Yeah, I just remember reading like so much about it that all these people were just unhappy with it and they didn't think it was fitting and all of that other stuff, but I didn't really know any better, I guess.
Yeah, well, it was underwritten. They were forced to speed up the time of, like, do you know, like, Mass Effect 3 lost so much of its game because of EA forcing BioWare to move much quicker than they could.
That sounds about right, honestly.
Like, there's so much of the game went missing. A lot of the mechanics went missing. A lot of the story was scrubbed. A lot of the backstory was scrubbed. A lot of the lore was scrubbed because they didn't have enough time to finish it. So it wasn't really like, I mean, you can blame BioWare all you want. It was EA that did that shit. But anyway, that's like that's a whole video in itself one day, maybe. So the last question that we have before we finish off is Mordu's Legion when? And I hear this question 100 times a day. SOE and Mordu's Legion, when? We have no idea. SOE would likely come with exploration. That is probably a good safe bet. Mordu's Legion, I have no idea. Supposedly, there's some speculation, and I've spoken to the devs about it previously, but there's no confirmation on it, that Mordu's Legion will come out with the new encounters that may be coming. So there is that chance as well. That's later on in that's like mid-year. We've got exploration in May, I believe. Is it May?
Yeah, I believe the roadmap says it's May.
Yeah, and considering that the Sisters of Eve ships are massively geared towards exploration, especially in EVE Online, it is likely that they'll come out with the exploration patch.
Yeah, April is the update to encounters, May is the scanning stuff, and in August is the LP arena and secret stores. So either I would imagine Mordu's Legion wouldn't be April, but August, and Sisters of V should be May. That would be my logical guess.
The estimation, the speculation is real. But we
There's
can only
gonna be a
hope. We
bunch
can
of
only.
people on Reddit. Nina said it was here, so it must be true.
Well, we can only guess, and if it does come out, that's great for a lot of people. If it doesn't, then we can just blame the devs and get angry and make a video.
Perfect. You get
Content is
either way.
content, baby. Woo! All right. So we're going to cut it off there. We're actually recording. We've been recording and talking for 40 minutes. So this is going to end up being a bloody stupidly long video again. I hope you did enjoy it. It's going to be like this. This won't happen very often, but I wanted to do something different for my birthday and be able to answer some of your questions. But if you do have any questions in the future, there is my Discord. Me and Nina are very active in my Discord. We answer a lot of questions for newer players. We answer a lot of stuff about fits. We help people with their fits, etc. Any aspect of the game we're willing to help you on. We're quite active in there, so you can come and join us there. You can like the video if you are enjoying the content. You can subscribe if you'd like to see some more later on.
Just don't ask me about deliveries because I still have no idea how that works.
We're not going to even talk about deliveries until they fix it. What a shitty mechanic. Right, so anyway, let's say goodbye, Nina.
Ciao.
Ciao for now. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.